regales. The regales start...
Also another plant I think a lot of plant people are sought out looking for to add to their collection as well.
Yeah.
If they need these types of plants.
Yeah. Well, these, yeah, they start off by being red, and then green brown, and then more fully green.
This is one plant I don't have that I want to get in within the next year. It's just where I'm from in my part of the world, they're very hard to get to. But in Florida, where I was earlier this year, there's so many, but they're expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. How expensive are they over there?
Oh, like definitely over $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they have dropped in price here in Sweden.
Ah.
Yeah, I believe so. And this is the Anthura metallicum.
Oh, yes. So beautiful.
Yeah, this one is quite
Do you
large.
care much about these plants?
Those are like those ones that are too white. But this, for example, is one of our mother plant that I picked from the tent over there. Yeah, so as you can see, we cut from it a lot. So we have like over there we have some in the tent. We have seen it.
So do you like any specific plant that you're like really watching if it's rooting and propagating for you in here? Anyone that you're closely watching?
Well, I would say what was the name of this one? As you can see, it has rooted.
Ah.
No, even closer look at is actually this one. That's why I took it out. It's Raphiphodora tetrasperma variegata. But it doesn't have so much variegation on it.
I don't think I ever seen a Raphiphodora tetrasperma variegata.
Yeah.
In person.
See, you can see the variegation a little bit on this one. So we are watching if it's rooting good, if it's giving us the colors.
Is this the only one that you have in here?
Yeah, we had like 7 or 8. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah. But this is the one we are waiting to see. If we have clear color, we will sell it.
Oh, wow.
We'll wait for the color. Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you for pointing and sharing that.
No worries.
As I've never seen one in person, really. But yeah, they're for sure rare in my part of the world.
So I can show you how to propagate an anthurium.
Oh, great.
It is a bit harder than the philodendrons.
Give this video a big thumbs up. You're amazing. I love you so much and all of your plant knowledge and plant love. Really.
Thank you. You see, do you remember the sphagnum moss?
Yes.
You can put it around here.
Okay.
With the plastic on it. And it will attach to it and create some roots.
Nice.
You cut it. And this one will create a new one, and your new baby will succeed.
So, and as far as for like when you're cutting it back, this section here, what are you doing with it? Just letting it be, or are you putting moss on it too, like after it callus over, or like what are you doing? I will let it
be, and as you can see here, it's trying to shoot a new.
Okay, and maybe this might be also good for maybe plants that are struggling and you just want to throw it away.
Exactly. That's
right.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of throwing it away,
don't throw it away.
No, propagate it. I would say.
Babysit it. Put it somewhere in the corner. Make it nice and cozy. Check on it once in a while.
Propagate it.
Give it a chance, because I know like there's a lot of plants like that where like, oh my god, I'm over this plant, it looks awful.
Yeah.
Like cut it back and then maybe start all over.
Never give up.
Aww.
Until you die. Then give up.
And speaking of which, you know, like for me, a lot of the plants that I add in my collection, I'm like, okay, I'm only buying you 3 times or trying to grow you 3 times in my collection, and after that I'm over it. Do you have any of those plants where like you keep trying and trying, it's just not working for you?
I really do believe that melanochrysums in people's houses without humidifier is a tough one to have. Another example is, well, I really don't, this is a personal thing.
Okay.
I really don't like alocasias that much. I know some people are shocked by that. No alocasias, no colocasia, no. Okay,
colocasias, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And the few alocasias I have, I'm like, look, I can't do with this anymore.
No.
Okay, so I feel you with that.
Yeah.
I'm on your side on that. Yeah, for sure.
And calatheas.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we talked about. I don't like calatheas. Yeah, me too.
They are a mess.
No offense to the calathea collectors or anything.
No. It's just like I said.
Yeah.
Every plant parent has their baby.
Yeah.
So these are our babies.
I don't like the crispy
maybe
leaves. They're just
some-
so hard. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some other grower has the alocaceas and
Yeah.
colocaceas as their babies.
Anything else you want to point out in here that you're like specifically loving the way how it's growing for you, or one that you love propagating from?
One that I love propagating from is actually monsteras, of course, monstera variegatas, and I really love these small guys. It's a philodendron brantianum. Yeah, I really love propagating them.
I think one of my subscribers gave me in. I don't know if it survived in my collection.
See that? Did it die?
I think so, yeah.
It's an easy plant. but yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Easy to. I mean, what's easy for me?
Right.
It's not necessarily easy for you.
Um.
And those, I love those small babies. I don't know why.
What is it? What is it?
Tillandse.
Oh yes.
I just love them. My daughter, every time she comes here, she gets one.
Aww.
Yeah.
Talk about, okay, because every time I travel on the road, and when they find out I'm a crazy plant person, and they bring all their plant problems to me.
Yeah.
And I always say it's always hard to give plant advice with whatever they're trying to ask me of, because one, it depends on where you are in the world.
True.
Where is the plant living.
True.
And the environment, like the temperature and all of that.
Yes.
So maybe can you give me some general plant tips that you would like to maybe share for those asking you, oh, you're into plants, like, oh, I have this plant.
Yeah. And they always think you're the expert.
Right.
Like wherever they have a problem with one,
Yes.
they'll call you. I know this type of friend. No, but the thing is, it's very tricky. But my number one tip is that you don't put a plant next to a door that you open and close, because you get, I don't know how it's called in English, but when you have two doors open and the air,
the breeze.
Yeah, the breeze will make it a lot more, not so humidity.
Right.
The humidity will get low.
Lost, yeah.
Lost, yeah. So even if you have a humidifier in your room and you have a plant next to your balcony and you open your balcony to smoke every 3 hours, to kill your plant, because the temperatures and the humidity.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. So no plants next to next to a window or door that open and close, and no plant next to the heater if you have a heating system at home.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of places around the world have heating systems if they're in cold places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
And all of Europe, I believe. Yeah. So that's one other tip. And to get a humidifier, the thing is, some people think like, it's just only for the plant. I don't want to buy it just only for the plant. But a humidifier is really good for everyone, for the plant and yourself. Because if you get dry in Sweden, a lot of people get dry and eczema, and that has to do with the low humidity inside. So yeah, because the heater burns all the water inside the air. So yeah, higher humidity for you and your plants.
Okay.
And when it comes to temperature, I would keep I don't know in Fahrenheit, but
Right.
Celsius, I would say between 20 and 25.
Okay.
Is sweet spot.
Okay, I'll convert that and throw it up on the screen for us Fahrenheit people.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for not putting me in the spot.
So we're in the back room. What do you call this room?
We call it the back room.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And tell me about these greenhouses. Did you have to get it somewhere outside of Sweden, or?
No, those we could buy it from Sweden, from actually hardware store. Did you see that?
Okay, yeah, sure.
And built them up to have the propagation or the mother plants here.
Okay, first of all, I have to say I'm so impressed with your setup. To have these like little mini greenhouses in an indoor space and propagating these rare plants is very plant inspiring, and I'm just like, I'm blown away, really.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I know plant life is not easy, and it's always an ongoing journey.
Yep.
And to be able to keep these rare plants alive, especially when they're tropical plants and you're trying to grow them in a not so tropical place, being able to set up the environment and to be able to keep these plants alive, especially if they're very variegated, is a lot, and it can be very stressful at times. But do you want to talk about what's kind of going on in here, and anything that there's a reason why they specifically have to live here versus in the front room?
Yeah, well, they're either mother plants or cuttings.
Okay.
In this case right now we have more mother plants than cuttings.
Okay.
However, we will cut them soon. Why mother plants are in here? When it's very high humidity, the roots, aerial roots, becomes more like regular roots, soil seeking roots.
Okay.
Maybe I have an example I will show you. As you can see.
Yes. Wow, beautiful plant, by the way.
Thank you. So as you can see, it will make it easier for us when we cut it.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. And you can see here on the stem, it's a lot of white.
Yes.
So we'll see what we'll do. Either it will be too white.
Yes.
But right now you have some little bit of green there, so it's okay still. But if another leaf pushes out, this one pushed out more green.
Yes.
So it's a sign that it will make it, but it will be very sensitive one. Even though it makes it, it will be sensitive to get brown spots.
Yeah, can you maybe give some some tips about these white elbow leaves, and when they start browning, like I get so stressed out when it happens to me, and I only have one plant, and I feel like so stressed out anytime it starts turning brown, but that's the reality of the plant. It will eventually happen. So like I
would say don't let water stay on the leaf.
Okay.
A perfect mixture of humidity and light.
Okay.
That you need so there is a soft spot. Okay. So yeah, light and humidity, and
Okay. You know what?
Don't the most important thing. Don't get panic.
Okay. And also because you have so many of these, like literally I lost count how many variegated monsteras you have. Jeez, you have like over, I don't know.
I don't know actually myself.
Like over 20, I swear. Yeah. So you deal with them a lot.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, is there a specific mixture that you use, like that you might want to maybe share? Or is it a secret? Like what is your soil mixture? Or are you crazy about those things? Like,
well, I don't think you should get into that too much.
Okay.
Just do what you think is good.
Okay.
And just focus on humidity and on the light requirement.
So you think like general houseplant soil is good, or like you should always have like coco coir and like all these different things in there to try to...
Yeah, I would say the most premium soil that you can find out there is that. If you think it clinches into water too much, put some perlite.
Okay.
After that, you can just feed the plant once per week or once per 2 weeks. Okay.
And do you think that it's really important to like get them misted often, like
No, not if you have high humidity.
Okay.
You don't need to do that. Just what you can do is use what do we call it? A leaf glow. Yeah, leaf glow.
Yeah.
Leaf glow, what it will do in this example, it's like an oil. Look, I just...
Oh.
So it will protect the plant from
Wow.
from small insects clinging into it, and it will make it look beautiful.
I don't think I've seen anything like that in my part of the world, or maybe.
No, I've not seen it outside of Sweden either. No,
Wow! Wow! Look at that!
Yeah.
Wow!
So we put that on every plant before we ship it, just to make sure there's nothing
Yes.
damaging the plant, and also to make it look better, and for you to get a plant that will not very quickly attract damaging animals.
So, quick question, since like you're, I feel like the king of variegated monsteras, what do you think about staking them up?
About?
Staking them up.
You mean with moss pole?
Yes.
This is the most important thing with those guys. I know I don't have that on mine, because all of them that you see there,
They're working plants.
They're working plants. They are mother plants, as we call it. And those there are too small to be on a pole. And you saw one that had a pole, I believe. Yeah. However, it's very important because these grow next to trees, cling on trees, and if you don't do that, you won't get the same ratio of speed
of growth,
and also not so big leaves.
Leaves, right?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
And I believe every climber needs something to climb on, to rely on the moss pole, to put weight on it,
right,
and give better leaves.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for bringing us in the back room. I would love to have you show the channel your top 5 plants in this space.
Well, the Monstera variegata is one of my top. The Campus Portuanum that I already showed you.
Yes, yes.
The Regale. I have had the Bilatea variegata is so beautiful, because it gets not only white and green, you get also other colors. And Florida Beauty, that one was Florida Ghost. I don't have any Florida Beauty left, honestly. I love Florida Beauty.
Okay, I'll have to look up that plant. I don't think I've ever seen it in person.
Yeah.
It's probably common all in Florida, but in my part of the States, maybe not so much. But
yeah, I don't know why it's called Florida, but who knows? Maybe someone from Florida propagated that one till it became what it is.
Well, thank you so much for showing me the back room. It's very inspiring to see this set up in such a small indoor space. And also, like I was telling you off camera, that this also inspires me as a small business owner, that you can make anything happen with the type of space you have. And it clearly shows that with your small space for Plant Life, because Plant Life retail spaces and growing and all of that, you need a lot of space.
Yeah.
But you're making it happen in like such a small space. It's very inspiring, and I really appreciate like what you're doing with your space.
Yeah. Thank you. And you're always welcome to our 2 other places.
Okay.
Anytime you can do.
All right, I'll try to get out there.
This is big regale. This is my favorite plant. But in general, this is also a regale, of course, with a leaf out. Anthurium regale. So they are so cute. I love them because they give you the tropical look.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the Campus Portuanum. And El Choco Red. And the Plomanii. Philodendron Plomanii.
Beautiful.
And of course, the Monstera variegatas.
Well, these are all beautiful plants. I would love to have all of them in my collection. And it was very nice to see you pick out a few plants.
If you could, I would let you have all of them. But I know that you're going by plane and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So it's harder for you. I understand.
I know, my gosh. I mean, it's been amazing. And it was also amazing to see you pick out the plants that you wanted to highlight as your favorites in here. Because I know every person have different choices. But these are great favorite top 5 plants.
Top 5,
yeah, and they're all beautiful, and I mean, yeah, any plant collector would love to have any of these in their collection, and I would love to have all of them in my collection. They're absolutely gorgeous. Any other things you would like to share about this space?
No, everyone is always welcome here to have a look, and if you don't have the ticket or the car to come to visit us at Plantasweden.se
Okay.
or .com.
Okay.
What you also can do is just call us.
Okay.
Yeah, just call us or email us. No problem.
All right, and that is going to wrap up a Come With Me Planting with Jewelyn episode here in Stockholm, Sweden. Thank you so much for this opportunity for the channel to have some time in your very beautiful plant space. Like I said, like the whole time that we've been talking plants, I'm really inspired as a plant content creator, plant enthusiast, plant collector, person who loves like beautiful rare plants. This is very inspiring to see, and also how you, like I said, how you utilize the space and where you are in the world is not a tropical place.
No.
And you're creating this environment and using your space so like wisely. It really inspires me and inspires me to keep going with plant life, because I know like plant life can have its ups and downs and it can be very stressful, but at the end of the day, I always try to say like, okay, Jewelyn, you have hundreds and hundreds of plants. Don't get so upset if a few plants don't do good for you, because like majority of the collection is doing good, so don't beat yourself up, because I used to do that a lot over the years. You know, like I used to get so upset at myself, like, oh my god, what am I doing wrong with these plants? And then I'm like, okay, but you have hundreds of plants and majority of the collection is doing good, so like try to focus on that. But I think the way how you're propagating, I'm gonna start implementing that.
Yeah.
And if any of my plants don't do good in my space, maybe cut them back and just kind of throw them in my greenhouse and baby them that way.
Yeah.
And I hope that, you know, it'll bring the plant back to life. But it's just very inspiring. So thank you so much for your professional plant time. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for dropping by, and it was I had fun talking to you.
So I'll throw all of the information down below in the description box, or I'll throw it up here on the screen, and how you can come to this beautiful space if you're in Stockholm, and also the other 2 locations that you're working on. And if I'm ever in that part of the world, I would love to go there and see what's going on in those spaces and talk plants with whoever is there. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. And this is such a very, very special Planting with Jewelyn Come With Me, because all of the places I've been in Europe, I was not able to find such a special gem like this. So to be able to come across this on my last day in Sweden really, really makes my plant heart full. So that is going to wrap up another video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Give this video multiple green thumbs up. I'm so happy to be here.
And subscribe.
Yes.
Aloha fil YouTube. I love Jewelyn. Watoha thumbs up.
Oh, so sweet. And yeah, I hope to maybe cross paths with you one day. My best friend literally lives right up the street from you, and I know I have to see her one day soon. Yeah. So if I ever am back in the city, I'll be hitting you up and we'll be talking plants, and I would love to see what your plant life is looking like in the future.
Of course, you're always welcome.
Alright guys, until next time, aloha from Stockholm, Sweden. Bye.